In this tutorial, we're going to discuss how to enter values for your personal statistics. Full functionality of statistics will be covered in future tutorials. Now let's get familiar with our statistics, what they are, and how to enter data into them. Stats of a user, as we have mentioned in the previous video, are listed on the main tab of My Office, after each position that user is assigned to. Here we can see stat names. This is a hyperlink. We may click on it or on a diagram icon. A pop-up form opens. Here we can see the graph of the stat, and also we can enter the stat value. Any information in this form is available to edit depending on the user permissions. In the upper left-hand corner, we see statistic type, regular. It means the stat values in this stat are entered manually. There are also available other types of stats in ASMX that will be covered in further tutorials. For now, let's continue with the regular stats. Here we can see days. It means that values are entered in this stat every day. In ASMX, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly stats are available. A particular stat value represents production on this particular time period. In these two fields, period beginning and end dates, we see the period begin and end are the same date because this stat is daily. Here, over the graph, we see three hyperlink buttons, daily, weekly, and monthly. This is the viewing period. It is different from the period for entering data and is set for convenience. For example, a daily stat may also be viewed by weeks or months. By default, this is the current time period. Let's type here 5 and click Add. As you can see, the new value appeared on the graph. The entered value is still in this field. Let's change it to 10. And click the Add button. Now we see the value has changed. Let's click on the History tab. All changes, including adding or deleting values and other parameters of this stat, are reflected. Let's close this form. Here is a stat type +1. Stat of +1 represents items that can be counted, such as phone calls, meetings, etc. This is convenient because these stats can be changed and can be instantly entered during the day, and which are reflected on the live dashboard. The creation of these dashboards will be discussed in detail in further videos. For this stat, simply click on the green icon to add 1, or on the red icon to subtract. Now let's click on Statistics. A list of statistics is opened. Here they are represented with graph thumbnails. Depending on the user permissions, he will have access to personal stats or to all stats of the company. The green and red background represents if the stat is either up or down. A stat with no value is counted as a down stat. Here we see a search field. We can search by the stat name or by the name of the responsible person. Let's click on this arrow. Here we have an expanded search. As you can see, there are more filtering options. You can filter stats by responsible, type, period, and many other parameters. Clicking on this arrow again turns off the expanded search and takes you back to the simple one. Anytime you see this arrow throughout the ASMX program, it means an expanded search is available.